A new lease on life for PaineWebber. That venerable Wall Street name disappeared after UBS bought the brokerage firm in 2000, but speculation is swirling that the battered Swiss bank may spin off the unit and rechristen it with the PaineWebber name. That or sell it, perhaps. One man campaigning for some change here, Joe Grano, the man who sold PaineWebber to UBS for $11.5 billion. Joe is currently chairman and CEO of advisory firm Centurion Holdings. He's with us in the studio. Joe, always good to have you. Ozzie Grubel, the CEO of UBS, maybe got some optimism going the other day when he was quoted as saying that the former PaineWebber, the UBS brokerage business, is non-core, but at the same time he said, not a good time to sell it. Do you think that some change is inevitable here?
Well, first of all, not a good time to make a statement like that. Not very foolish. Yes, it'd be a good time to rebrand it PaineWebber. I think they've tarnished the UBS name to a fault.
Why is this better alone? You say they've tarnished the name, but what is it that UBS has done with PaineWebber that doesn't meet your approval? Why it would be better off as an independent firm?
Well, they violated two of the tenets that they're best known for. One, confidentiality, and the second, good risk management. And both of those blew up in their faces in the last year. Huge write-offs and all of the issues of tax evasion with American citizens, none of which had anything to do with the financial advisor at the old PaineWebber. And we're in a business of trust, advice, and counsel, and brand is very, very important, and the trust and confidence in the institution is very important.
Okay, but we've seen other firms blow the risk management game, and on the subject of confidentiality, I can't imagine that you would have preferred that the Swiss allow Americans to hide taxes.
Just the opposite. One, there was no American that knew of any private bankers coming in here talking to American citizens. But the United States, not unlike any other country, is not going to tolerate, people displacing their tax revenue. So it is a hit in terms of the brand and the trust that our clients had, although their assets are totally safe and our financial advisors had nothing to do with it.
All right, there's a lot of talk that Bob McCann may be the guy to pick this, to run this firm. He's the former head of brokerage operations at Merrill Lynch. Do you think he's the right guy?
I think he's a very good guy. He's going to have a little bit of a mountain to climb, but I think he's a very good guy. If they were to spin out the old PaineWebber name and put some advertising dollars in there to support the new branding, I think the PaineWebber name still resonates very well, and that'll be a big help to McCann if he does that.
If it were up to you and you surveyed Wall Street, who would you pick right now? Who's the best leader to run the firms that need some leadership, Bank of America just among them?
Well, I think Jamie Dimon would probably come out at the top.
Well, I don't think he's about to leave J.P. Morgan.
I don't either, but you asked who I thought the best was. It would be, I think McCann's a good guy. I think Iacocca came out with a book saying, "Where have all the leaders gone?" There aren't too many people out there with a high enough profile to be able to glibly answer that question. But I would say McCann is certainly a candidate.